I said I float like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. Having conversations with a bunch of nobody.
All right, so let's start right now, man, because Gabby's about to get out of control, man. We don't want that.
I'm ready. And listen, I'm Gabby. You already know my name is the same name from last week, the week before that, and the week before that. And we here with my man Hype Kills, and he about to kill this shit.
I'm pretty sure you don't need no introduction, you know, because Gabby.
But that was a good introduction, though.
Hey, you want keep hanging around with Jenny, man. Your English is getting.
Yo, I know. Shit getting
Yo, this shit over, man.
Shit is getting real in the field. No Evander, my man.
Don't, it's too early.
I'm sorry. That was a good bar, though. That was a good bar, though. That was a good bar.
That shit was off the top of the dome, too.
It's your boy Cav.
Jennings, beloved.
All right, so let's get into some interesting topics. I got Lou here, so if you want, you
You
don't
can
have
talk from the background.
You can talk from the back. You know, if you have an opinion on the topic, you know,
I got you.
nice little interaction.
And I want your opinion on this first topic anyway. It's a very important topic, and you already doing things for the kids. You feel me? So this is something that you could give your opinion on.
Clap one time for the kids.
Community effort. I respect it.
He loves that shit. Isn't it crazy?
Yo, we
Nobody. They
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Okay.
Just recently opened up a school for at-risk kids, 3rd and 4th grade, called I Promise.
Oh God.
What the fuck are you doing?
That was 3 knocks for LeBron James.
This kid is
You
special.
had 3 knocks? Come on, baby. You gotta step your game up, Shaq.
So with LeBron opening up a school for at-risk kids,
Average kids?
No, at-risk.
At-risk.
Oh,
At-risk.
My English, the English, you know, I'm catching on now.
My English doing too many good.
So him doing that, I wanted to ask you guys, does this put LeBron above every athlete?
I need to. Okay.
You know?
This does, from a humanitarian standpoint, opening a school, and shout out to Andre Agassi, Jalen Rose.
Yeah, I heard Jalen Rose got one in Detroit too.
They've opened schools, but LeBron James is doing this when he's at the prime of his platform.
He's still playing.
He's still playing and still playing at a high level. His celebrity status is at an all-time high. He just transitioned from going to Cleveland to Hollywood, which means there's more eyeballs, more attention on his humanitarian efforts. So, I mean, I don't want to come off blasphemous, but I don't care. To open a school in the neighborhood that you grew up in,
That's
at,
gangster.
at the height of your celebrity status, this borderline puts him on a level of a Jackie Robinson, a Kaepernick, and Ali. Because a lot of celebrities, they may put their name on something, but someone else is putting up the money. This man is putting up a lot of his own personal time and money
Because it's his foundation at the end of the day.
You're right.
Me? So
into the school. It's an upwards of $50 million. A lot of celebrities are not willing to put that bread up. Somebody doesn't support you until they put up their money. That's when you realize who's supporting you and who's not supporting you.
And LeBron is supporting the community by putting his own money.
Money, time. He did the CNN interview. He did the ESPN interview with Rachel Nichols. Obviously, a lot of that content is going to be on uninterrupted. So it's going to raise awareness for other people of high stature to pay attention to, inner city efforts. So, not to, shit on other celebrities, but they didn't do what he's doing when they're in their prime. So we have to commend that. We have to respect that. This is, his hashtag is I'm more than an athlete. Literally, he's living up to that mantra. So we have to support that.
Now, when you say mantra, I know we're in a serious conversation. That means like to another level, right?
Mantra, like a slogan, a tagline.
Alright.
It's like your philosophy. What you
Philosophy.
believe
Yes, thank you.
Yep, there you go.
I do have my degree, by the way, people. It's been a long time.
Dennis, let me get your opinion on.
I feel like just him opening up a school is so important for just for us because like thinking back of people that we looked up to like Michael Jordan that didn't do nothing for the community at all, but exploit us for like just buying sneakers, which I still I still enjoy and love, and I still like own pairs of Jordans.
But we see the real what's going on.
But as I got older, I got to see like he's like our Michael Jordan of our time. To see him actually giving back to the community and doing stuff like this, it means a lot. It kind of makes other like athletes step it up to like give back, not just Thanksgiving, giving out turkeys and shit like that. Like actually being there in the community, helping these kids. Like I read that I think like after they graduate, they have an option to go to
The University of Akron for free.
For free. Wow.
That's
Yep.
And he's
crazy.
picking up that tab.
And that's crazy.
And he's doing adults GEDs
I think that's
for the
dope.
parents and for the parents of
Of
the
the
kids.
kids,
I
yeah.
think that's dope because how can
Job placement, job placement, all that.
And if they live
Parent
within
have no
2
education.
miles, they can
They could free,
Free
travel.
transportation, and they're giving them bikes.
Bikes,
Helmets.
so health and wellness, food pantries.
Yes,
Yo, you
yes.
got something you gotta say.
Let's see on the other side why he's doing that. Like, if you think about education back then, they put us in a box. So what he's doing is what Muhammad Ali did. They try to like put him in the box. Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. So he's showing us.
Get the camera on.
No. Boom, boom, boom,
That's
boom,
why,
boom,
yeah,
boom.
that's why I do it. Yeah.
You see us, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta empower each other, you know what I'm saying? Like if I know you do this and you do that, at the end of the day we gotta come together to see how we can all benefit. So what he's doing, he's taking the hit like, all right, I'm gonna do this.
But
So
now
like,
it's your turn.
yeah, so now like a
Take
guy like
advantage of this.
Or vice versa.
He wants to create, what he's doing is he wants to create more LeBron James. And
Right.
essentially he didn't have that growing up. And
Yeah.
he's saying the things I'm missing, like these kids can grow up to be athletes. These kids can
There's
grow
a
up to
kid
be
here that's
doctors,
gonna be the next
science,
LeBron.
Inventors, everything.
everything.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like the white journalist who told them shut up and dribble. I'm not gonna shut up and
No,
dribble. I'm
as
gonna
you
do
shouldn't.
way more than that, and you guys are all gonna hate me for it. And it might not be that other athletes open up schools out of their pocket like that, like he did, but he will now partner with other athletes to open schools in their cities. With like, I'm gonna go half with you. I got a lifetime Nike contract. Let's get these
I
kids
got a
what they
check
need.
coming.
Like I got a check
Forever.
coming forever. So let's work it out. Bring in your communities and tell
That
me
would
where
be
the
fire
impact.
if it ends up like
right,
going out like
just
that.
and just think about all the racial problems going on now. Like people are afraid to like step forward, and like what he did like off the court, man, is that's crazy, man. Like
You can't knock the
you
goat.
take a lot of nuts, man, to do that shit, man. But
To do it his own way, but he actually been doing that ever since he fired his agent. You know, he was like, I'm gonna just.
I'm gonna
my boys
put
hire my
my
boy.
friends in position,
Yeah.
men of color.
You know, so
We're not just athletes. We can handle business. We can read graph charts. We can build decks. We can forecast future trends. So even somebody who's somebody like a John Wall, he's a Rich Paul client. He's openly stated many times, I'm trying to follow the same path as a LeBron James. So he's grooming his crew
yeah, his people, yeah.
to handle business, go into meetings, wear suits, not baggy suits. Let's not dress like we going to court. Let's get that double-breasted, custom tailored suit, and you shake these Jewish people's hands, look them in the eye. Let's talk
Take their
real
money.
business. Let's have this paperwork.
And let's not
On point.
always, and what I would like, I always hear the comparison of like, oh, Michael Jordan didn't do anything for the community. Let's not always drag that man. That man had a whole lot of other things going on that he didn't do anything for the community. I look at Michael Jordan as an athlete. I look at LeBron James as a philanthropist,
Entrepreneur. type
entrepreneur.
shit, yeah.
Like Jordan was Nike. Jordan was the name. It's like As much as we can't stand Donald Trump don't own any of this. People want the name because the name sells. People, they put Jordan on Nike and it sold more. So we could say all we want, like, Michael Jordan was an athlete. That's all he ever was. He was nothing more than that. LeBron James is becoming a GOAT, and I know you're going to chime into that later on, a GOAT in much more levels than just being, I'm more than an athlete, and that's going to be what he's going to run with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think back again, social media is what allowed all this to happen. Back then, Jordan had social media. So like right now, you can create something, you can create whatever you want, and you have a way.
That's definitely a valid point right
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jordan had that.
That's a fact.
So we back then we
Our
only had
social
one
media
way.
back then was rappers.
Yeah.
Right?
Back then we had one way of thinking of how getting it done. But now all these platforms is like you can do whatever you want. So
there. Like that.
Shout out to LeBron James.
yo, but I love you guys, man.
Facts.
I promise.
Oh, I got you there.
Yo, tell your mother I love her.
Yo, why you disrespecting me like that,
I
bro?
just said I love her, yo. That's no disrespect. Tell your little brothers I said what's up, man.
Stop playing with me, Kevin.
Roll up on them, yo.
Y'all see y'all, man.
Love.
Alright.
Bro.
So yeah, so shout out to LeBron, switching it up a little bit. D-
Shout out to LeBron. I love you, man.
I promise.
I promise
Hashtag
to
I
be the
promise.
best I can be once I get rich and I switch. You heard? Cause we gonna get rich and switch.
You already
I'm not
know.
working this hard to stay the same. You feel me? This is not what I'm doing this for. I'm gonna make a difference in the hood, though. That's for sure. But from from Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
Calabasas.
But my money will be here
Yeah.
in the motherfucking hood.
Facts.
Feel me?
Facts.
Plug that
Just
in.
because I don't live here don't mean I can't feed the hood. I feed the
So,
hood now. All the
listen.
crackheads, I give them $1 every day. I already feed the hood and I'm broke.
Gabby, that's nice that you feed the crackheads and give them $1. But listen,
He said I feed the crackheads
yeah,
and I'm
I have no idea where that came from.
It's honest.
It's the
But,
hood.
but recently, D Wade was offered 25 mil for 3 years to go play in China. Now, in my opinion, 25 mil, 3 years, that's good, but I just don't see D Wade, a person of that magnitude, just finishing his career in China for 25 mil. 3
You know
years.
Steph Marbury?
And then he has a lifetime I know he has that lifetime contract with that,
With Li Ning.
yeah, with that sneaker, with that Chinese sneaker company. But I just don't see it really. In my
Don't
opinion,
make sense.
yeah, I really hope he ends his career in the NBA
Miami.
where
Yes.
he belongs. I don't know about
Should.
Miami, maybe.
Lakers.
Me Johnny.
I like
Or the
the
Rockets.
Me
Lakers. I
Johnny.
like the Lakers.
Or the Rockets.
I like Miami because simple fact that he
Yeah,
started his
better than
career there. Like me personally, I'm old fashioned, bro. I like when you end up your career with that one team you started with.
So that's what's gonna happen with the Cavs today.
Like I'm so mad. Like you see, Vince Carter went to the Hawks now. Yo, bro, go back to the Raptors. Stay with the Raptors. Retire with the Raptors, bro. He was the man.
You
when
know
he was
what?
with the
You know what
Raptors,
Vince
man.
Carter is thinking right now?
He's still hooping.
These
though.
niggas can't do this shit. Like they ain't
I
gonna
think
be
so,
able
yeah.
to do this, B. I play with whoever I want. Listen, I'm
You signed a
good.
one-year deal,
And the
man.
same thing with Dirk. Just Dirk is finishing with the Mavericks.
See, I respect that
No,
though.
but he ain't start with the Mavericks. So.
Yes, he did. What are you talking about?
He did.
So-
He got drafted by the Bucks, I think,
Or-
and then
Steve
stood his
Nash
whole
got
career with the
traded. He
Mavericks.
did. My bad, my bad.
So, Dennis, let me get your opinion on that.
I mean, it just don't make sense for them to go to China. They spoke about this earlier, about just like he made enough money in the NBA. He don't need 25 million to go anywhere else.
He could open a school.
To stay in here.
That's it.
He get the money to open a school here.
Oh, he could open a school in Miami. Fuck.
that right now if you wanted to.
He made enough money. in
But
the NBA.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
let's not
he would.
forget, yo, I seen something today on Instagram about how
On
much
Instagram?
Melo has made.
Oh, he made him like 5 days.
Yeah, no, his career is like
Since Denver.
But I'm
it's like
saying, but no, that Atlanta
230.
deal, that
It's
Atlanta deal,
like
he made.
$230 million.
Yeah, but Melo did mad
They
shit
need
though.
bread, bro.
Melo did mad shit though for New York though. He helped up that
I'm saying how
shit.
much he made.
That
for
basketball
the
shit in
trade to
34.
Atlanta.
Terminal
Melo
23.
did-
Yeah.
Melo did
No,
a lot
on
for
the
high school
trade,
kids.
what Dennis trying to say that
He did the soccer
now
team.
that he got
for
traded
PR.
to Atlanta, basically in 5 days he made
24.
24.
Because he had to give back 225.
25.5.
In 5 days, he made that much
Yeah.
money. That's more
Pretty
than
much.
I think.
A few players in that.
Yeah.
And that's a deposit. They deposit that like right to his bank.
So So now that we're actually talking about
Hopefully a week.
Nah, they deposited that right through the bank because he had to give back 2.5.
Yeah,
Why
2
would
weeks.
why would he have to give back 2.5 if they ain't give him all the money back?
They give him two.
No, they sent him 27.5 and he had to send back 2.5. Olvídese de esa vaina, my brother. I know what I'm talking about. I spoke to Melo.
you spoke to Melo. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, now that we're talking about Melo, I was recently reading an article on Undefeated, and it's something that I've been saying.
Undefeated.com.
Yeah, it was something that
A
I've been saying.
subsidiary of ESPN. Just so the people know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Thank you, beloved.
Okay.
And I think it was I forgot who wrote the article, but they were saying how Melo feels in a way disrespected that
We'll go first too.
they're just taking these 6 months or whatever months he was with OKC, and they basically saying that his career is over, that he's a bust. They basically, writing him off.
Disrespectful.
And he was saying that's kind of crazy. Like the hell with all the work I put in. This past 15 years, the points I scored, and everything. And it was kind of crazy because that's the argument I've been having with people. I just feel that the OKC wasn't a good fit. You right over there?
Yeah.
Good. Just making sure you're good. I just feel it wasn't a right fit. So that's why his, he wasn't producing that. But I still think that Melo is still a dog, and I'm pretty sure if he goes to Houston or wherever that.
Play his role.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see
I
a
hope-
different.
I hope
I'm pretty
so.
sure we're gonna see Melo. What are your thoughts on that, Dennis?
What up, E?
I'll start first. Dennis said I can start on his behalf.
All right, you can start
Appreciate
off
that.
and then
I appreciate that. He passed it off. I saw that.
I just said alright.
Oh. So, as y'all know, Melo is my favorite player
Do not say the story.
because
He has to be himself.
for real. And he's my favorite player because when I was in high school, I was broke. He was signing autographs in the NBA store, and he gave us, me and my crew that I was with, free books and free autographs. And that's why I love Melo. But back to the real question.
This is the 7th time we heard this story.
All right,
That's
but
a part of his
listen, Melo is not a point guard, he's not a shooting guard. He's a 3, he's a 4, and if it's a small lineup, he could maybe once in a blue, 1 out of 82 games play the 5. You feel me? So since coming to that understanding, this time he's gonna play with Christopher Paul. You feel me? And listen, Christopher Paul is a hell of a point guard. And that's what Melo needs. Every time he plays with a good point guard, he does good.
So magic.
You feel me? And let me start naming a couple point guards. Andre Miller, passed first. Western Conference Finals. And Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey
But
Billups.
Chauncey was the 2, mostly 2. He switched on and on, but it was Andre Miller. You feel me? Andre Miller. He played with Jason Kidd. They went to the second round.
Estaba viejo,
of the
though.
Eastern
Estaba
Conference
viejo.
Finals. And yeah, but Jason Kidd was old, but Jason Kidd passes the ball. And he's been doing that his whole life. And every time Melo has a passing point guard who knows what he's doing, he averages 24, 25, 26. You understand? So listen, 6 months with Russell Westbrook, look at KD. As much as I don't like KD's decision, he a grown-ass man. He made his decisions, you feel me? But look at KD. KD left. And he is the man in Golden State, whether you want to believe it or not.
That's his team now?
I think
No,
it's his
he's the
team. I
captain.
think
No,
they're
he's not.
always
I'm the
captain.
captain now.
Yeah,
He's the best player on that team.
He's the- nah,
That's
he's
Steph
the-
Curry team. Don't do that.
He the captain of the boat. He the captain of
Steph
the
Curry's the
Now
captain.
listen.
No,
Steph
he's not.
Curry
No,
is-
he's not.
You don't
No, he's
give
not.
you don't give a guy a water commercial if he's not in the thing, if he's splashing. I'm sorry.
Listen.
He got the
I
water
haven't seen that commercial all
Oh,
season.
Yo,
yeah,
listen.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen
KD.
that commercial all season.
He got that water commercial.
I haven't seen it.
Yo, listen.
Yo, water. Yeah.
Yo, listen. Steph Curry is
Purified
not
water.
the captain of the yacht, but he's on the boat. You feel
Nigga,
me?
he the captain, nigga.
Nah.
No,
He
no,
ain't the
he's not.
captain of the
Yeah,
yacht, but he's on the boat.
He's on
You
the
dig?
boat.
He's not.
He on the boat.
Look,
and I
I'm
want to
giving
shout out Beanie Siegel for that line because I stole it from him.
The real
I
captain is
quoted
Steve
him.
Kerr.
Shout out to Beanie
Honestly,
Philly.
Steph
Bang,
Curry
bang.
Beanie
is
Siegel.
the violent.
Broad Street
I heard-
bully!
All right, we're getting out of
Dub
town.
on that
We're
one.
getting out of
Sorry.
town.
Sorry.
My fault, because I started this shit.
I mean, I don't know why Paul George re-signed. He has his own reasons.
I thought he was going to LA.
Yo, me too, man.
Let me tell you why he didn't go to LA.
I mean, I was watching the whole 3-day episodes on ESPN.
Okay, you watch content.
I watched the content.
Okay,
Right. But it was from him though.
I'm a content junkie, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, me and Omar know that.
But I definitely didn't think that Melo was a good fit being at OKC at all. I didn't see him produce at all. But that doesn't take away from who he is as a player.
Right.
I just feel like because he wasn't fitting there, you know what I mean? So I hope he produces and, you know, Hoodie Melo comes out.
Then KD when KD was on the team.
I don't think I've ever seen that many shot attempts in a playoff game.
How you don't get tired?
From
From a guard.
a coach.
How you don't get tired?
Yeah, we just discussed these 3 topics and starting with 1. I love this. This is what this is about.
So, no, so on this one, I'm going to read this quote and then we're going to get to Dennis. And then we get to go.
We're going to discuss that quote.
We're going to discuss this quote real quick, man. Kareem Abdul Jabbar recently said undefeated on the ESPN.
Yo, guys, I can hear you.
My fault, I'm sorry.
Since the English is getting better, can I read it or not?
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, let me try.
All right.
Read out loud in front of the class.
I got a bachelor's
You know where you read it?
right here.
No, that's not where you read it.
Right here.
You just say you had a bachelor's. Read from the quote.
All right. I cheated my whole way through college. So
What does that have to do with reading?
that's why my school is closed. Just in case I make a mistake. There is no such thing as the GOAT because every player plays under unique circumstances. We play different positions, under different rules, with different teammates, with different coaches. Every player has to adapt to his or her circumstances and find a way to excel. This is not Highlander. There can be more than one. And can is C-A-N. Can be.
Good job.
Clap for y'all, yo. One time.
No, don't clap. I'm not
It's not that, it's not that, it's not that.
Knowledge is where you find it. So you can't limit yourself to where you go for information. I felt that shit. In my
Facts.
heart I felt that shit in my heart.
So, who want to go first?
Yo, my man.
Yo,
just read a
so-
sentence.
No, a little paragraph.
Yo, I'm not gonna shit on Kareem Abdul Jabbar.
Whoa.
Kareem Abdul Jabbar,
Now he's from New York, so I pop off.
he's from New York.
Dykeman, actually. Dykeman Project before he changed his name.
Yep.
He went to
Al
St.
Sindar.
Okay, Kareem Abdul Jabbar, arguably one of the top 2 or 3 centers to ever play the game.
Top 5.
Top 1, nigga.
Who's one?
Shaq.
Nah. You know who's one?
Who to you?
Bill Russell.
No.
Hakeem.
Scream at me.
Hakeem.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
I ain't gonna front, bro. I think Kareem.
No,
was number
let me
one.
tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Off the rip.
When Hakeem had to face David Robinson, when he had to face Shaq, when he had to face all these other centers in the 90s,
All of them, yeah.
he destroyed them. Like, that African footwork, that Fela Kuti footwork,
The dream shake.
he had David Robinson jumping. Hope!
Oh, yep.
Hope! I'm not over there. I'm scoring. You better get back on
Say
defense.
you gotta talk loud, man.
Yeah, facts.
You're right. You're right. But the Remy's in the system.
That's not Remy, that's Mark.
Maker's Mark. But Hakeem Olajuwon, his footwork is so underrated,
Impeccable.
and he destroyed other quote-unquote all-star centers in their prime and won championships. So for me, it's Hakeem Olajuwon. But I don't want to digress. So I don't want to shit on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Great player, top 3 centers of all
Top
time.
one.
But from a civil rights activist perspective, that iconic picture that you see with Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Jackie Robinson.
Bruce Lee was like his mentor. Man.
Bruce Lee was one of his mentors in terms of martial arts.
Yeah, he was in the movie.
Like,
Into the Drake.
he was very young at the time. He wasn't even the age of 22 yet. Decided to take on the burden of the civil rights
I mean,
movement.
coming from that
So-
age though too.
So, as an OG from a sports and civil rights perspective, I'm not gonna shit on Hakeem. He's entitled to
Kareem. We got you though.
Kareem, the Remy in the system. Thank you. I'm not gonna shit on Kareem. Lou Alcindor, aka Kareem Abdul Jabbar.
But
I don't agree, but he lived in an era that I'm reading about, so I'm gonna let him rock.
Well, why do you don't agree?
This is why I don't agree. There is a disconnect between the older generation, the baby boomers, and the millennials.
A big gap, basically.
Huge gap. So I get Kareem doesn't think, things should happen the way he sees fit, but we think from a different perspective. We're not operating from the circumstances that they're operating, and we have to respect them for that because, there were sacrifices and bloodshed made for them for us to have the opportunities that we have. So we're not going to completely understand, and I don't think he completely understands. So there should be more of a meeting of the minds in terms of him understanding where we're coming from, but we also need to do the education of what they had to deal with and the sacrifices they had to make for us to think freely.
so
Yeah, I would have to disagree
You have to disagree. Go ahead.
because I never looked at it that way at all, right? But then our first topic was LeBron James, who came from the Cavaliers, and you can't like I don't know if you can consider him the GOAT or not. I mean, but I feel like he is the GOAT of basketball.
Now.
But
The GOAT in the sense of philanthropy or
no
basketball?
Basketball. But I'm saying, if you look back at his quote, he said that basically, like, everybody can't be the GOAT. Be like, it's kind of like
I think what he's saying, Kareem, sorry to interject, it's like
Don't be sorry.
when you go to the supermarket, and this is a new analogy, I'm starting to think like all these brands coming up, and everybody's like, oh, this is the best brand, Supreme is the best, Fame is the best, Hype Kills is the best. You go to the grocery store and you go to the bread lane, there's about 70 breads you could pick from. To you, Wonder Bread might be the best. To me, Pepperidge Farm might be the best. To the next man, somebody might else be the best.
Yeah, that's my same analogy.
Yeah, like to me, I look like I'm from the Bronx, so to me, I look like I don't care if he's on a winning team. I don't care if he's not doing nothing crazy like opening a school. But Kemba Walker, from where we came from, is the GOAT. I look at it like that. I look at DeMarcus Cousins. That's my favorite player, literally on my shirt. He is the GOAT to me. I don't care if he's never won. I don't care if he went to the Warriors. Exactly. He's the GOAT. Like, it's what I think what he's saying is that we're trying to put ourselves in a box. The box that we've been trying to get out of, we're putting ourselves back in there by saying, oh, this is the guideline to be a GOAT and only one person can be it. It could be something like for him, his GOAT is Carmelo. Like everybody has their own baby GOAT or the GOAT.
It's basically like you have to follow their format.
Exactly.
David Stoudemire.
That's my goal.
Arizona point guard.
No, but
Damon Stoudemire.
I agree with you, Marcy.
guy.
I agree with
that's basically like I was trying to get to that right there. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just one person like that. You take on these attributes and these different GMs, these different teams, different places, and you make yourself the GOAT. You know what I mean? You make yourself that man.
Yeah.
Like what Giannis did, what he's doing over there, like, saying he's doing, like, come on. Coming from his story, like, this season, like, I can't wait to see him next season. Like, he's doing amazing.
They gave him a 94 overall on 2K already.
I seen that.
So,
yeah, my God. He on 2K flow.
But looking for, like, where he coming from, like, nobody wants to go to that place. Nobody wants to go over there, you know what I mean? I've been reading the Ray Allen book, too, so, like, just thinking about his time over there. You know what I mean? He want to be okay. That's one of my favorite players too, Ray Allen.
Hell yeah, bro.
David Stoudemire.
That's my favorite player out of all time.
David Stoudemire, Juan Dixon, those are my players right there.
Salim Stoudemire.
Maryland? Turpin? Yeah. Juan Dixon, yeah. He was in the Wizards.
Yeah, we just have to disagree.
Yeah, I would say I would disagree.
And I agree with Kareem.
Because, like, for me,
I love Kareem.
I got MJ, you know, as the GOAT, but I also got AI as the GOAT.
Oh, of course.
From a cultural standpoint,
Oh my God.
from a cultural standpoint, he's an icon.
No,
an icon.
and on the court and what he did at his height,
Yes.
at his weight, at his weight.
His wife. Hey, don't be disrespectful.
Wait.
Alright.
Pause. Bro, he's a GOAT. AI
Allen
is a
Iverson is an
pound for
icon.
pound.
Icon.
If you gotta change the
On,
dress code,
on,
then
on
go.
and off the court.
Practice.
I don't necessarily disagree with
Shout out to
Kareem.
AI getting his
And then I
hair
have,
braided
and
in the
then I
middle of the
have,
day.
then I have
His
the
mom.
By his mama. By his mama, yeah.
Shout out to mom. She don't
I got
care.
you, boy.
You too young to know about all that, my boy.
Yo, mom, I'm in the playoffs right now, mom.
Gabby,
Please.
pass me the makers.
Oh, also, man, I forgot.
We're gonna make film.
No, we about to go on break. Man, shout out to Shaq. You know,
Yo, Shaq on there. Yo,
Shout out
Shaq,
to
we
the bro
miss you.
Shaq.
That's my boy Shaq, no Leo. You already know that we bought in the field.
Oh.
You already know I'll block you with the shield.
Ah.
Oh, nah,
Oh, chill. Put the belt. Put the belt.
Nah, I don't
and
know.
on that note, give me a thing, bro. Alright, man, so now
Actually,
we're
bro,
back.
this is not nonsense, but go ahead.
Yo, so now we're back. Hey Now Podcast, a conversation with a bunch of nobodies. Season 2, episode 3. I got my man Dennis from Hype Kills. I got him down here. He's gonna just basically just let us know how he got into his brand, what made him decide to make his brand the way it is, and just find out what kind of inspiration, you know, he had behind his brand. So enough for me, man. Let's get to talking. So D, I want to know how it was, you know, growing up in the Chelsea area.
I grew up in Chelsea Projects on 26 and 10th. Grew up in, I'm half Ecuadorian, but I grew up with my Ecuadorian part of my family.
Strong country. My fault. I'm from the South, though. We around the same shit.
Yeah, we learn something new every day. I ain't had no idea.
And listen, just because he says Chelsea don't mean it's not the hood.
Chelsea, so the Waynes brothers.
Yeah, they're from Fulton. So
Yep.
my parents, they went to school with them. They went to high school with on Marlon.
Okay, Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, we went to school with Marlon Wayans. He's actually doing
I didn't even know they was from New York to keep it above.
yeah, they from
That's
Fulton,
crazy.
so it's like
In living color. Keenan and all that.
yeah, so they're like a couple blocks away from where I grew up at in Chelsea. So they're in Fulton Projects. We're still in Chelsea in 17th, 18th Street. Yeah, they grew up there. So
Right next to Basketball City.
well, it used to be Basketball City in Chelsea Piers. Now
Okay.
it's in LES now, but yeah, Basketball City used to be
Okay.
23rd.
23rd and
Okay.
like right by the highway,
I used to got a
2012.
whole lot of buckets over there.
Yeah,
I even went to Knicks camp over there.
Basketball City.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
I went to Knicks camp.
Niggas said a lot of people did.
I still play at Chelsea Piers. So yeah, I grew up in Chelsea area.
Not Chelsea Piers. Chelsea, the real
A lot
Chelsea.
of time spent on Chelsea Piers than playing ball.
But you from the hood. Let's not take that out the whole equation, because
Yeah, from there.
that's a
I
fact.
relocated to Long Island City, so I feel like Queens is definitely a second home for me now. I grew up in Chelsea and Queens, so definitely, big part of my life.
Where do you go to high school at?
I went to Environmental Studies High School on 56 and 10th Ave.
How was that?
Definitely about 4 years of basketball, 3.5 really. So I tore my ACL, but definitely a good time of my life. I definitely got to see like who my friends were, and also like fashion was definitely a big part of me in music. So I got to see who really accepted me as a person, what I wore and who I listened to at that time period. It definitely like, high school is definitely a weird time, you know, for anybody. Is like you really see, because like you go into school with 18-year-olds and you just came out of middle school, so it's like, you know, you going into adulthood, you know, not your parents or nothing, like you really stepping into it right before you go to college. So it's like a different time period for you, but you know, going to environmental studies was definitely a good time for me. I definitely miss it, like that time period of my life, and I got to see who I was, you know, and the friends who I still keep in contact with now, you know. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's dope. You mentioned something about fashion in high school. Did growing up in Chelsea did that play a part in like kind of like how you dress? Because you know you kind of in Chelsea, Soho's kind of right there. So you know you see people wearing all types of different stuff.
Well, like Chelsea's definitely a predominantly a white neighborhood. You know what I mean? So like we definitely like boxed in right there. It's like literally for like 3-4 blocks, just, you know, black, Spanish. You know, I got some white friends that grew up in the projects with me, and you know, Chinese. But I definitely had to say my father was definitely a big inspiration into like how I dressed. From taking me to like places like Supreme, and then going to Tom D's.
So your father took you to Supreme?
My father took me to Supreme for the first time, and
That's
I wanna
interesting.
say, like,
That's
How old,
dope.
first of all, how old is your father?
me and my father are 10 years apart, so he's
Wait,
no,
what?
20
What?
20 is
Yo,
20 is
don't
apart.
scare me like
You about
that.
to say, damn, nigga, you was busting early.
Yo,
20
you
years
can't do that.
apart, 20 years
As soon as he
apart,
knew he could
20
bust
years
it.
apart.
Once he heard, I saw he hit 10, he was like busting.
Alright, so he's 46, so when he took you, he was probably 40, he was still...
About to say, he was like 10 years old busting, man.
How could he be 46 and when he took him he was 40?
Yeah, because 6 years before, he's probably 20 years old.
10 years.
10 years. You know, I'm just trying to do a little mathematics out here. I was never good at math, but I know how to count money, you feel me? So write me a check and let me cash it and I'm accounting for you.
Word?
Factories are factories on top of the factory.
We digressing. Let's not digress, young fella.
I hope, yeah, let's not...
So now you were saying, so your father was the one who introduced you to Supreme?
Yeah, my father took me to Supreme. Early, like when I was in middle school. So like I would like go to school in high school. When I was in high school, we would like I would still have like Supreme mixed with a little bit of everything else. So like people weren't accepting that, they didn't know what it was. Because at that time it was like, you know, Mecca, you had Rockaware,
Academics.
Nietzsche academics, for real.
Willie Esco.
Fat Farm.
Fubu.
Fat Phone.
Shout out to
Sean
my-
John,
shout out to-
Rockaware.
Shout out to my man James LRG.
I had all that.
G.
Black Label.
Black Label.
I had the Black Label shirts on deck all day.
Ralph Lauren?
With the Levi jeans. You heard? Oh,
So it was like different for me. Like people were like, what the hell is this? Like, what is Supreme? What is that? And they would like make fun of that. And I'm like, nah, like I don't know about this. Like now my pops would be like, nah, it's different. Like that's his
He was
favorite.
ahead.
That's his favorite word. It's different. Like they're not doing this. It's different. So like I would just keep on with it, keep on with the Supreme, keep up with the Stussy, keep up. Like we would
Stussy.
we would take trips out to LA, like cause we were big sneakerheads. So we would take trips out to LA. And
You and your dad.
me and my dad looking for
That's
kicks.
That's
We would
fine.
go to kicks,
That's
like
dope.
just looking for kicks and stuff like that. And then like I was like, cause like they had like sneaker meetups back then.
Word, the
I'm
rare
like-
airs.
And I'm like, yo, dad, like these
Nike Talk.
Nike talking shit like that. So like, I'm like, yo, dad, like we got
Street
look, look for
Yeah.
hundreds. We gotta look for the hundreds undefeated out there.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to LA this year, like we gotta look for that stuff. Cause that was before like online stores and shit like that. I'm like, we gotta look for this shit. So he's like, alright, we could find it. So we found the hundreds on Post, and like right off Post, it was on Rosewood. And like I was like, yo, we gotta bring this back. That's when A-Life was on the app too, on Fairfax app.
Yeah.
Cause I was a big A-Life fan too growing up.
A-Life. Shout out to the A-Life band. Shout out to Reggie,
Say for
Sam,
real, yeah.
Frankie. We used to shut it down at SOB. Shout out to the A-Life band.
So I used to like, I was a big A-Life fan, so I was like, we gotta go to A-Life on Fairfax, like I need that. And I used to like take on like to like pay for like, cause he'll give me like a low budget to like what I could spend, and then what I would do is side hustle at school. So I'd be like, yo, like I'm going to LA before school starts. If you want me to give me some LA exclusives, like just give me some money. and then I'll make sure I get you that. So like people's like, I need that LA A-Life like sweater, and I was like, alright, cool, give me the money for it now, and then I'll get it for you. And that was like, I would double it up, and then I would have more money than expected.
You're a fucking hustler is what you call. You like me, man.
Entrepreneur.
I'm like you heard? Because I don't want to make it sound like you like me, you feel me? So we like each other, you dig? Because when I was 11 years old, I used to sell milk crates at a basketball tournament. Jay-Z one time gave me $50, and Cam gave me $25 one time for some milk crates.
tired of this story.
Facts. In a tournament on 169 at Audubon. I used to get money over there, and then after the game, I used to throw the crates over the like whatever was there, and I used to pick it up and put it under my aunt's staircase that lived right across the street, and the next day I sell it right back in the same joint.
Alright, let's not
That's
digress.
hustling. That's not
Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell.
Yo, we not digressing right there. We
Because
man.
I'm tired.
He liked my story. He haven't heard that story yet, though.
But we hearing it.
But he hasn't heard it though, and he appreciated it, nigga, cause there's a hustler like him. Come on, nigga, we came from the bottom,
He's just,
and we still in the
he's
bottom.
just not
but
in
we
his
gonna
head. He
get
don't
to the
really,
top.
he don't really care about your
He
career.
does. He
But
does. Come on, nigga.
so now, you said you got hurt in high school, right?
Yeah, so I got hurt my senior year, or going into my senior year. I tore my MCL, and it kind of showed me like who was really there for me, like who was really like my friends at that time period, because it was like I couldn't make practice, I couldn't do this, who would check up on me, and it was like damn, like none of my teammates, like nobody was. I was like,
Be like that.
I was like, word, like, you know, I kind of lost contact with a lot of people. So when I started, like, rebuilding, strengthening my knees, and getting back, I'm like, I'm going to go for the, because I missed basketball that season, I'm going to go for the baseball. Because I just had lost my grandfather, and he was a big baseball head. Like, he was an umpire till he was, like, 60, like, he was, like, and that was, like, my first sport. So I was like, I'm going to do it for him, and at that time, I was trash. But like before, like when I was a youngin', I was nice first base, you know, scooping everything. But you know, I'm doing it for him, and you know that's why I met my friend Oshwe. We still to this day, we still you know keep in contact, and we still like you know keep like together. Like,
How many games you played?
One, I batted once, striked out.
Hey, at least you got out there, man. That's what counts.
Yeah, so like, but I like that was like the last person that I would think that I would still be in contact with to this day, and it just showed you like who really was there for you, you know, at your weakest, like at your lowest point.
Life,
you know what I mean?
man. Yeah.
It's
Definitely
crazy.
showing you.
But like basketball was like always like my first love, passion, because just being on the court, just being there with the ball, just everything else didn't matter at all.
It was an escape.
It was my escape. It was my therapy. Like I can't do therapy, but I pick up a ball and I'll
You
shoot.
good. So now, you get into college, right?
Yeah.
Hype kills is still not.
Nah.
It's still not. It's still not there.
Nah.
You know, not even.
It was like
not even the thought of
it was like my gamer tag on Xbox still is. Hype kills 2 and 3. Like stuff like that. Like it was still like I thought, but it wasn't there yet. It was until like this one trip to LA. Shout out.
I've even been there, bro.
Yeah,
Next
right.
time you go, can you take me? I'll buy my own flight.
Right on play.
Yeah.
Pause. You trying to?
But I don't
You
know.
just
I
asked
don't
this
know.
other man to take you to LA. You
No,
wildin',
to go
yo.
with him,
Nah,
not take
nah,
me.
nah,
Take me
nah.
is that he gotta buy my flight. I'm buying my own shit, wasting my
like
own
a
bread.
sponsor?
I just want I just want to go with you, my nigga. Wherever we go, I pay my own shit, boy. I just
Yeah,
want,
you
I don't know nobody out
You
there.
want him to sponsor
And I'm
you.
gonna wear this hat. This hat is fire, my nigga. I'm sorry.
Alright, we digressing. So you went
So,
to LA.
I went to LA and
Hold up. Right there, boom.
so I went to LA and there's a store that's still there to this day. It was Hall of Fame. I went in there and I was just like looking last minute shopping before I get on the plane because like we would get like late planes back just to hit Fairfax one last time.
Fairfax.
Just to see like what was like what else we look past, what else we could snatch up. But I had like used up my whole budget for my dad, so like I had no bread left. So like you looking for no reason? 'Cause I ain't giving you no more money. Like you tight, like whatever. So I still have this hat to this day. and I just can't let it go. So it was a Play for Keeps Hundreds hat, and it said hype, and it had a cement brim. So like the threes was my favorite brand. It had an elephant print, elephant print in the
Cement.
Elephant print on the brim. And I'm like, I need this hat. It had Play for Keys, PFK on the side, and K, and then on the back it said Kills. And I was like, I need this hat. It was like $50. He was like, oh, you got no money, you can't get it. I need this hat. That like, come on, like you can't. He's like, nah, I'm gonna scoop for my stuff. I'm good like that.
Straight.
So then I went outside and I was tight. And I'm like, whatever. He bought his stuff. So we get on the plane. I'm like thinking about that hat. It had hype in the back and kills in the hype in the front, kills in the back, and PFK, which stands for Play for Keeps, on the side. I'm like, I need that. So then he throws it on my lap when we go on the plane. Like, yo, take that. Like, I know that's your gamer tag name and all that. I'm like, damn, like hype kills. That shit fire.
Your dad is ill, yo.
Yeah, I was like, that shit fire.
Yeah, but why you ain't bring your dad with you, B? For real,
He
son.
probably sleeping right
He
now.
probably got stories to tell.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm sure he does. Man, he's sleeping right now.
You gotta come back with your pops.
So he copped that joint for me. I'm like, damn, this shit fire. Yeah, I was mad hype. I was like, damn, this shit fire right here. But it's still hype kills wasn't a thought yet. Like it wasn't like I wasn't planning on doing that clothing line or nothing yet.
So what made you get like that push, or what made you say like, hey, like this is what I want to do, or maybe I should take this route, you know?
I was helping out other brands, like another brand. I was helping them with shit like that. Like,
Brands you want to mention or not?
No, no mention.
Okay.
But I was helping them with stuff and like creating and like just being part. But it just didn't feel right to me. Like it didn't feel like it was like their vision wasn't like where I was trying to go with mine. I just didn't feel right. But I would still like, you know, give them my thoughts and stuff like that. And then one day, like people were like, yo, like Hype Kids is like a dope ass name. Like, why don't do your own shit? And like that was still like my name on Instagram and shit like that. I'm like, I don't know. Like I did think about it. And then like a family friend of mine who like it all ties back to basketball. He was a good family friend of mine. His name was Michael. He played ball with us in 13th Street. It was like a court where everybody from like you got these rich ass white people who come in, and you got the people from the projects come in. We all just came to play ball, and you know.
My fault to cut you off. If I would have seen them rich ass niggas, I would have cooked them off the rip. I'm sorry.
He probably did do that.
So like he was like always like a good friend of ours, and he just played ball. Like he was this white guy. He had like a ponytail, and like he just had a jump shot. And like we always kept in contact, you know, when I was a kid, going from middle school to high school, and then when I got older, like I could never make it to like playing with them. Like I would still be like, nah, playing on the side, like nah, we're not ready yet. So I got to high school and I was like, yeah, I'm ready, and I started playing with them. And we just grew a bond. Like he always had a bond with my father, and like we grew a bond together. And then like he was in the digital space, so like he left New York for a while, and then he came back. He was living in Japan or something like that, and then he came back, and we like just happened to just bump heads in like the train station on 42nd and Bryant Park. And he was like, what are you doing now? I'm like, well, I was going to school to become an accountant, and I was like, I definitely don't want to do that. Like, I know I don't want to do that in life, but like I'm here doing that. I'm already 2 years in. He was like, what else you have in mind? I'm like, well, I'm thinking about doing this Hype Kills brand. He's like, tell me more about it. Like we were literally waiting for the train, and I would tell him about it. He was like, all right, well, come to my office and like on Grand Central, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. So then like we came, we went to talk about it, and I was about to go back to LA again with my pops. And he was like, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to like go to these stores and like try to see if you can get somebody to like get your I had a shirt at the time, your shirt into the store or something like that. Just like, you know, progress, like just kind of like word of mouth, like mention to people, stuff like that. And then that's how like Hype Kids kind of started coming into birth. Like, I started making it like serious, like, we could do something with this. And that was 2014. I did the paperwork and everything. I'm like, I'm ready. Like,
LLC.
Did everything. I'm like,
young entrepreneurs. It's one thing to be a creative, but get your business acumen in order.
Right, so I got the LLC, I got the corporation done, everything, like paperwork, I had to look it all up. I'm like, I'm ready, let's go. So I'm like, he's like, are you serious? I came back from LA. Obviously none of those folks wanted to hear me. And they were like, we got a t-shirt. They like, you got a t-shirt, okay, cool, that's that's what's up. Like, all right, you're even interested. So I had to hear that to kind of like go back and like, nah, nobody wanted to be in these stores. Like, I mean, you just have a T-shirt. You know, you still gotta have more stuff to come out. You gotta kind of have like a following too and all that. You know, these kids have a shirt and throw it in the store, but I kind of needed that to like, you know, push me to be like, you know what else can I do?
So that kind of motivated you in a way.
Yeah, definitely did. Like, I definitely needed that kind of like that shut door experience. Like, no, like, you don't want you here, or like, we don't like, you know, what else you have to like expand, like what else I wanted to do with the brand.
So what was your next steps at? The next steps after that?
After that was kind of like, all right, what else we gonna do? Let's go back to what's the biggest platform? Instagram. What can we do there? And then that's when I kind of found my love for a camera. You know, using like, cause I didn't go to school for none of this. I went to school to become an accountant.
So you self-taught yourself everything.
Self-taught everything. Yeah. So he was like, what else? So like, how you making your shirts? How can we like? Cause he's a businessman. How can we make your shirts at a, you know,
Better price.
better price than what you're doing right now? Because I probably was getting hit over the head. I don't know. I forgot how much I was paying for the shirt. Probably getting hit over the head for hats and everything. I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's like, so let's research. Let's do this. Let's go. How can we get it cheaper? So I started doing different markets, talking to different people, you know. And it was hard because I didn't know like what I was looking for. Like what.
But as you go, you learn. That's crazy.
So I'm like, all right, so we're gonna figure this out. So I started talking to people in like China, and like the time difference was so crazy that I'll be up early in the morning or like late at night talking to these people, and they like hardly understood what I was saying. Like just going back and forth with them, it was like so crazy for me at that time. It was like they not understand what I want. I'm like, no, you're just saying it wrong.
You
So I
gotta
had
go
to
over there though, B.
soon, you know.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you went over there. My bad.
Nah, I didn't go there yet, though.
Oh,
So.
alright.
But so then we just, you know, just going back and forth with them, but then I started learning the correct ways to say things. But I had to research these things and like know what I was saying to like understand like what they meant, like what they were looking for, so that they properly knew what I wanted in pieces. So that was like the beginning of Hype Care in 2014.
So you literally had the.
I ain't gonna front, bro. I'm listening right now. I'm like, wow, that's crazy,
like,
bro. Yo.
Yeah, a lot of patience, a lot of like
trial and error,
a lot of money, lost, a lot of stuff that I just spent just
You
doing.
ain't never lie. I like
A whole bunch of ups and downs. That's a big fact.
And sometimes you lose money and you don't even realize it until you like looking back and like doing all the numbers and all that. And you just thinking like, damn. And then it's hard too when you like, every time you sell 3 hats, you use some of the money, you feel me? That's how it always starts. It's hard. You're not supposed to do it, right?
No.
But sometimes you really don't got no choice. Am I right or am I wrong?
You right, 100%.
You feel me? So it's just hard to like keep up. So it's like I be on and off with it, but like listening to you is like, damn, like should I stay with it? Like should I change the name? Cause I've been thinking about changing the name. I got a better name, but I don't know if this one is working. So like you scolding me right now. So I'm like,
definitely like it's still to a point where it's like really important to trying to like divide like your personal from the business side of things, because you always get that in the beginning. It's always like together, because you're trying to like, nah, any little money I get, I gotta push into my brand. So like me kind of like stepping aside, like, all right, well I gotta make sure that I'm getting paid too and the business is still going, because I can't be the business forever, you know what I mean? Like shit gotta be like, all right, the business is doing well and I'm doing well too. So like I'm getting like used to that now, like really separating those two.
so right now you in any stores, like anywhere?
Now everything we're doing is e-commerce.
Online?
Online, our biggest,
That's the
biggest
best way.
idea, because it's straight direct to the consumer, and like our biggest thing is Instagram. Like we hit like 95% of our sales coming from Instagram alone, just product tagging everything that we put out, and people going straight to us. You know, we kind of like, I definitely would like to be in stores, but right now it's just more like just straight to the
I'm
consumer.
definitely tagging this hat. I'm
Appreciate
hashtagging it crazy.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
hashtagging Louisville. I'm hashtagging. You know that. Listen, come on. You know why you gotta hashtag that? It's the colors.
So,
Everybody gonna be like,
question,
okay.
right?
Oh, okay, now.
Oh, no, finish.
All
Pause.
right. So when I hear hype kills, the first thing that comes to mind for me is all the hype that you get from outside, like squash all that. Like, it's your own hype. It's where you want to go. It's how far you want to take yourself. You feel me? So I want to know if that has anything to do with the brand or anything like that. Like, or the name just comes from something you was doing but it sounds like, you feel me, like, because a lot of people get hyped and don't live up to the hype. Like Anthony Bennett, #1 draft pick, he was hyped. But if he would have hyped himself before he let other people hype him, I think he would have been alright, you feel me? So I feel like hype kills, that could be like a meaning to it. So, you know, I thought that was like where you got it from, like, you know, you get hyped and it don't always go the way it's supposed to, you feel me?
I mean, that's definitely like a #1 question I get, like, what does hype kills mean? To me, it can mean a bunch of different things to a lot of people. Like, not just, you know, what it means to me. What it means to you is really the question I ask first, like, yeah, what does it mean to you, though? And that's something that's, like, always been a rebuttal for me. But, like, for hype kills, when I first started, because when I didn't know what to say, like, not what to say, but, like, to say, like, well, no, what does it mean to you? It was more like, hype kills is just kind of me for just self-expression for real, like, for the most part. It's like just me just telling, like, just being the best I can be, creating stuff, whatever. But I want you to wear something where you could be like, nah, hype kills means to me this. That's what it really was meant for, like, you know what I mean? Not
Open-ended.
Open-ended.
Good. That's good. That means you hitting every market.
Yeah.
That works.
You got a question?
So, I low-key forgot the question, but we was talking off camera about SBs, about Blazers, about Air Force Ones.
Pink boxes and all that.
Yo,
green.
I'm gonna keep it a thou wow.
Gray and green boxes.
Yo, listen. They used to call me the sneaker.
Thou wow? I like that one.
They used to call me the sneaker prophet. If you don't got silver SB boxes,
Silver and green.
If you don't got pink and black SB boxes, you're not a real sneakerhead.
Facts.
And I stand behind that.
Facts.
So I say that to say, those of you who really know, what's your favorite SB?
My favorite SB? I haven't never asked that question again.
Or top 3, because there's a lot of great SBs.
The crazy thing is, like, what's your favorite Jordan? Damn, we gotta think about this one. Right now, top 1 for me, just because of my favorite number and just going against all the odds, my unlucky SB Haas that I still have in my closet to this day.
Golden green with the 7.
13. Unlucky.
13. Black and red.
Black and red.
Okay.
That's your favorite.
And I only wear them. Only wear them on Friday 13th. Like, that's.
I don't know. My favorite SB is Mork and Mindy's.
Mork and Mindy's.
Mork and Mindy's red and silver shits is the best I ever seen.
My favorite is De La, not the
De La
low,
Soul's?
but the high.
The high top shits, right?
I still got a pair and a 9.5.
And that was gonna be my number 2 pick.
My Mork and Mindy's is the best colorway.
What's your
ever.
third?
My third pick. I don't know why he's not my favorite rapper at all, but I just love the colorways. Was the Vanilla Ice Blazers. Looks like colorways.
So did you skate growing up, or you just
not skate?
And the Donatellos, the weird green with the purple. That they were like Donatello Ninja Turtle color wave. Like, oh my god.
Okay.
Guys. Okay. I don't think they're called Donatellos, but they're like reference towards him. That his colorway, yes.
So what year was you really on the SB wave?
This was all to me personally. Was high school.
Yeah.
I come to understand SBs.
Like I
Cause
said, like I go back to my dad. Really, he's the one who really like showed me.
Your dad is a fucking beast, then, man.
Yeah, he was like definitely a sneakerhead, so he like put me on the SBs early, and I kind of chose like which ones I really wanted to follow. So like Blazers was definitely like my wave, my thing. But like I would have like lows and highs too. I never really did the mids, but like lows and
yo, mids is so fraudulent.
yeah,
like,
I don't like how they
Yeah,
fit.
it's like either you do like Hawaii's, De La's, Mork and Mindy's.
But like what mids?
What's the dunks?
Only mids that I like really was like the 3 bigs. The mids.
Three bigs?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Those are fire.
I had a pair with the fur,
The mids,
Fuck yes.
the blue with the with the fur. I sold those,
Oh my god, this nigga just gave me some memories
but
right
I
now.
sold those. But yo,
Damn, bro. This is all
we
coming
was talking
back.
off camera about SBs. About how Air Force Ones, Jordan 1s kind of morphed into old school skaters
Yeah.
were skating on Air Force 1s and Jordan 1s, and then Nike, you know, they're a forward thinking company. They created the SB culture. What is your take on all that?
On the SB culture,
Yeah.
I mean they trying to definitely come back, but it's like gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like really there. That's why they're trying to make these new or bring back these old SBs that we really was like need those and reimagine them. And then,
What do you think about P. Rod, Brian Anderson,
Paul Rodriguez.
Paul Rodriguez?
Yes.
I was never like a big skater growing up, so like definitely was like I was always like, why are you even in this SB lane? And you know what? I did it for the sneaker culture.
Yeah.
But like P. Rod definitely looked up to him growing up.
P. Rod's man.
Just because his Spanish heritage and like just getting that money from SB.
Yeah.
But I definitely had a pet P. Rod's growing up. My dad was a big P. Rod fan. As you know, he's Ecuadorian and P. Rod was Mexican, but like just loving the fact that who he was.
The culture is the culture.
Right, so it was like, P. Rod. So like he had all those the Jordan P. Rods and like he was on that wave.
Okay.
Your father was Ecuadorian and your mother was?
My mother's black, African American.
Well, I've never seen something like that.
I mean, it's usually the girl to be foreign, right?
No, I've never seen that. We're not even going to digress to it, man.
We're not gonna roll back to this back
I'm not
sports shit.
digressing, though. I never
So-
seen something like that. That's
So
what's
in
up.
terms of streetwear culture,
I
you
like
got
it.
your
Different.
Supreme, you got your Stussy, you got your BBC, you got your Palace, you got your Hundreds. Alright. In terms of, okay, we had Nike Talk, we had Street Etiquette. In terms of where you seen the game there and where you see it now, where you trying to take it?
Yeah, I'm really trying to go into sportswear lane, really, because I try to really focus on what's like what I love and not take away from like the business sense of things, but obviously it always comes down to business. But I'm trying to say, like, if it's gonna come down to business, what I really love. I love playing ball. I love doing sports field. Like I love doing like sports in general. So how can I make that an everyday thing for me where I feel comfortable? Because I still love streetwear. So I try to make things where I'm comfortable with what I'm wearing, but also I can walk into the club too and be good. Like nobody gonna say nothing to me. Like what are you wearing? Like
You can't come in here with this basically type of shit.
Yeah, like I could go to the gym if I want to, but I also could go right straight to the club too.
Yeah.
You got
Get a couple of drinks and shit,
You
yeah.
haven't done like a kids line or anything like that?
Nah, yeah, but it's always in the talks to the kids one.
You know the kids is.
So-
Yeah.
I love the kids.
So hype kills. Are you into doing a brick and mortar or you staying on e-commerce?
I mean, e-commerce is definitely the cheapest way to go, but like brick and mortar, hell yeah. Just looking at the stores that I grew up on going to visiting, like I swear, like probably the best store I've ever seen in person was the LA A-Life store before they closed down because they just had everything like
And display.
on display, but like it was like in a what you call it, like glass, so you couldn't really interact with it. But it was still in front of you, so you'd be like, yo, I want that one.
I want that,
size.
yeah. I need
Like,
that.
it was like a display, like it was like gated, like it was like mad cool. And like at the time, I think Currency was shooting a video there too. So like I didn't get to like meet him, but like I seen like him somewhere like there. Like they were like, nah, we're closing for like 10 minutes for something like that. But it was dope though, like just that display.
So you being a part of the early SB culture, early streetwear culture. There's a purist aspect in terms of, you know, Stussy, that whole Soho vibe from like 04 to 06 street etiquette vibe. You know, obviously in today's era, we have this whole raffle system. We got this whole line system, this bot system. For me personally, like I'm 34 years old. I'm standing in line.
I never stood on.
I'm not doing all these bots. I love the aspect of sneaker hunting or just hunting for product, period.
Right. Like going to Nike outlets and stuff.
Going to Woodbury Common.
See some gems in it.
The
Like,
one in Jersey.
Yo,
I caught some heat.
3 weeks ago, I got some stash. Michael Johnson joints for like $65. Probably in about 2 years, if they're in Flight Club, they're gonna be for like rent money. But I still love the chase, you know, the hunt of, you know, finding a gem.
It sound like these hypebeasts don't know about it. Like they just look.
They don't know about it. So you being the founder of Hype Kills, what are you trying to do to kind of restore the authenticity of sneakers and streetwear culture?
I mean, I don't think I'm trying to restore anything, really. I'm just trying to just be me, really, at the end of the day.
That's what
And
it's all about.
yeah, I feel like that's the most important thing. It's like restore what? Because at the end of the day, times are still gonna keep on changing.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a different time period. I can't relive the past, but I can reminisce on it. That's what I feel like.
Okay.
I can't change it. So what all I can do is adapt to the change that's happening around me, but also just being me, really. So it's like more like this is a brand for you or not. I can't be like, now I'm trying to chase you to be this thing.
Okay.
So I feel like I fancy your question that way.
So Complex Con,
Yeah.
are you looking to activate over there?
I mean, if they ask me to, you know, like definitely always want to be a part of things like that where it attracts more attention to your brand.
Mhm.
Yeah. But am I like looking to be a part of
It
that?
has to make sense.
It has to make sense to me. Like, it has to make sense of what I'm doing at the time. You know what I mean? Like, definitely Hype Kills basketball has definitely been picking up.
Hype Kills basketball. Expound on that so that people could know.
I started that line. It's a line, a part of Hype Kills. I started that line in like 2016, going 2017. I started that line, and it was definitely like, yeah, I love streetwear, I love doing that, but what else can I do? Like, what else can I capture? Like, what I love
So
doing.
you already got the Hype Kills basketball merch?
Oh yeah, it's already out here. And stuff
Yeah.
like
Hey,
that.
I need some of that stuff. I need some of that stuff.
So I started that line because I was like, you know, like I'm still like a basketball head. I still like getting on the court and doing stuff. So like, what can I do? So I got some money together and I'm like, I'm gonna start up Hype Kills basketball. I think
Yeah,
that
man,
makes
you
sense.
still feel good to be like, you know, I could do
Still have
this
that connection.
and be out there and play ball too.
To this day, like I had a game yesterday, just wearing my gear and seeing my players that I play with wearing my shorts and something like that. It felt so good because it's like, that's me. Like that's what I created that, and like y'all playing ball in that. Y'all feel good in that. Most important thing is like, not just because I made it, you wearing it. No, it's like you feel good. Like this is your choice of basketball shorts today. Is like, I got my Hype Kills basketball shorts on today. I got my Hype Kills basketball shirt on today. Like, nah, I didn't make you like, yo, bro, can you wear that today for the game? No, you chose that. You feel comfortable wearing that. You know, is it because of me? Probably, like, because you know me, yeah, and you like me, and you like the brand, yeah. But the fact that when I see other people wearing it and tagging me and that does not know me, that's amazing.
You know you're doing something right.
That's a blessing.
I think-
bro.
So I announced in the basketball tournament, I think the High Kings basketball team next summer will be tough.
We gotta win though. We gotta win the whole thing.
No,
We gotta win the whole thing.
that's up to you, my boy. You heard? That's up
If
to
I gotta
you.
get on the court, we gotta win the whole thing.
You feel me? That's up to you. I'm not playing though.
Right, super competitive. Like
I think a lot of brands, because
Yeah, I don't like losing either, bro. I feel you.
in terms of
Just shit on the shorts.
the basketball space, Puma is making
I
a
just-
stride
yeah, coming
back into the basketball
Because of Jay-Z,
space.
obviously.
Jay-Z Rock Nation. You have New Balance looking to make a stride back into the basketball space. So that's definitely something that, you know, by trade, I'm a creative advisor. So when ideas come to me, I need to put them out in the universe. That's definitely something you need to, because, you know, in terms of the whole hype, like for instance, me, again, I tell people I'm not doing the raffle system. I'm not camping out. I'm of the culture where it's like I love the hunt of finding an unexpected gem. So
and it's not a gem to the person or the hype beast that feels like they're a gem. It's a gem to you. Like
this is a gem to me. This is something that brings back
memories.
Nostalgia. This is something that you understand what I'm saying? So you get it.
Yeah.
So that's a story I feel like, you know, I want to see you incorporate
And I
into
feel
the
like
culture.
I feel like some gems that I did in the past look past people a lot. Like the when I first met Edgar Sosa was because I made this Rice T-shirt, right? And I made a Rice and I made a Power T-shirt. And Power being for Louis Sendo, and then the Rice T-shirt was for Felipe Lopez. You know, that was the first pieces besides the basketball shoes I did for Hype Kills basketball. They're like, well, what is this about? I'm like, well, what is this? I'm like, well, these two, like, these are powerhouse high schools for basketball, and like people didn't know about Power. They're like, what the hell is Power? Where was it at? Like, you know, it was in Midtown. This was like the '60s. Like, this was a powerhouse. This is where Kareem came from. This is where he, you know, before he went to the NBA, like this is where he came from. And then, you know, Felipe Lopez was the first high school basketball player to be on Illustrated.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Shout out to my Dominicans.
so I'm like, you know, these are two high schools that like iconic for us, for New York City, and like that's why I did those things, and I feel like I went over so many people's heads because they were like, no, like we want that Fox logo tee, we want this, we want that. But I'm like, nah. And now they're getting it, like, yo, when you bring back that Rice tee, when you bring back that Power tee, when you bring
Or that St. Raymond's tee or whatever. Yeah.
They're like, what that? Because it went over your head. Because you didn't understand what it was, what I was trying to do back then. I'm like, I'm trying to bring back this, you know, New York City feeling. Like, remember when like people used to,
the essence,
used to ask for Rice gear, or you used to ask to like, you know, can I get them sneakers? Like, you know, Kobe's. Like, can I get those?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right about
Oh,
that.
can I go to the? I'm gonna go to the game. I'm gonna watch out. You know what I mean? Play and shit like that. So like, trying to bring that back. So like, that was like me bringing back that nostalgic feel to the brand. And I have so many different more ideas that I want to bring back to just Hype Kills basketball alone, not even just the streetwear side of things, just the basketball side of things.
So before we get out of here, man, because we don't want to take up that much of your time, I wanted to ask you, what advice would you have, like, for anybody that might be interested, you know, to kind of start their own brand, you know, and like, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, bet on yourself first. You know what I mean? Like, nobody else is gonna push it but yourself. Really, like, people are gonna tell you, yeah, you should start it, but like, just doing it is a different thing. And then just don't take no for an answer for things. Just keep on going. Like, even if people shut doors on you, just keep on, because your vision is your vision. And however you follow, you want to go with that, you can go.
So question, what are your thoughts on Hypebeast, High Snobiety, Nike Talk? What are your thoughts on those platforms?
So I mean, Nike Talk is like not really in my lane. Like Hypebeast, High Snobiety, like as a CEO of a company and like a brand, you definitely want those kids to know who you are. So having coverage is like that's like nonsense. Like, why would you not want to have coverage on those sites? Just to have that, have a new audience of people doing it. So I don't think none of it really.
I didn't ask you this on camera. What's your favorite sneaker of all time? Or top 3?
Three,
Ask
man.
them about SB, so now we're gonna go top 3. So you want two different sets of sneakers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of.
And my first choice ever. Cement 3s is definitely always my first sneaker of all time.
Okay.
Like that's just my go-to sneaker. If like I have nothing else like to choose from, as long as I got those, I'm good. Shit, 2 and 3, that's tough. Honestly, there's so much great sneakers coming out now. I don't know how to choose.
Not just cause of that. It's just there's a lot of good brands, and
Yeah.
it's like well slept on too.
Yeah, but I mean, Jordan 3s,
Oh,
black
man.
cements are definitely
Oh my God, black cements
Who's
is.
your go-to?
I have a DS pair right
Mine's is
now.
the black and white patent leathers. 11.
11s.
My favorite Jordans of all time.
I'm a cement 3
Sneakers
guy.
of all time.
But I gotta say this on camera, not to put pressure on you. But hey now, hype kills.
I already discussed this.
From our mouths to God's ears, we need to activate.
Absolutely.
We need to activate.
And
It makes sense.
I gave you earlier because I don't remember. But it was a good idea.
Oh,
It
my
makes
God.
sense.
We need to activate.
All right, so we gonna activate, man. On that note, that is a wrap, man.
Let's
D,
clap it up
man.
one time.
Let's clap it up.
Clap it up.
I made it.
Steve, man, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, man, to come down here and chop
We'll
it up
be on
with
that
us.
website though.
You know,
I appreciate your time.
Well, I just started following that.
And let us know,
myself.
and let us
I
know.
would love to be back.
No,
You know
we're
what I
gonna
mean?
have you back, man, and just letting us know about your brand, and how you started it. I'm pretty sure that, like I told you, man, somebody, even you feel me, even us, because we're starting off, so I was definitely, I was picking your brain without you even knowing, so appreciate it, man, and we definitely gonna have you again, man. And that's it, man. We're done, man. Fame NYC, Hype Kills,
I got a
Hey
new
Now
hat added to
Podcast.
my collection. All I got is mostly just a kid for watch high tats.
Sorry, Sauce.